Glad to see you. So first, a couple of notes. There's a beautiful guitar over there you might notice that's up on the counter, and that is a raffle. Winterfolk is supporting, it's called Transition Project. Is that the name of it? Yes. And for $10, you can buy a raffle ticket to win that beautiful handmade guitar. One other thing, if you got a telephone, get rid of that sucker right now, because you know how performers feel about that. Bathrooms. There's one right there to the left of the stage, but if you use that during the show, we'll all get really quiet, and then when you come out, we point and laugh. So you probably won't want to use that one. There's two others. There, as you came in the front door here to your right, there's a music store over there, and around the back of that is a restroom. There's also a stairway that you'll notice on your way to that music store, and you go up to the top of the stairs, there's a restroom there. So that's the not that important stuff. You're going to hear Jennifer Fox and Jeremy Elliott here in a bit, but right now, I practice it, because I do not want to mess this name up. This man has a unique name as well as a unique voice, and it is Cuchulain. Huh? Ladies and gents, Cuchulain.
I'll be there soon if the rain holds off, and I'll get to you if the rain holds off, and I'll be someone new if the rain holds off. But hell, it's summer in the South. Yeah, it's summer in the South. Well, I'll pay my debts if the rain holds off, and I'll get what I get if the rain holds off, and I won't settle for second best if the rain holds off. But hell, it's summer in the South. Yeah, it's summer in the South. Well, I'll be there soon if the rain holds off, and I'll get to you if the rain holds off, and I swear I'm gonna be someone new if the rain hold off. But hell, it's summer in the south. Ooh, yeah, it's summer in the south. Thank you so much. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the show. My name's Cuchulain, and I'm from South Carolina, as perhaps indicated by that last number. Currently live in Eugene, Oregon. Nicer commute to this lovely establishment. That was a new song. This next song will be the first song of my last album, called Minute to Win It. The record store ran out of the album you wanted by your favorite band. But wouldn't you know it, there's my album at the front of the record stand. So you put it on, yeah, you gave it a spin, thinking, what's the worst that could happen? Yeah. Well, it ain't what we wanted, but we'll take what we can get. It isn't ideal, but it isn't all that bad. No, it ain't what we wanted, but we'll take what we can get. Half of the way is better than nothing at all. Yeah, half of the way is better than nothing at all. 1, 2, 3, 4. You wanted an hour and got just a minute. You ordered a Mercedes and ended with a Civic. Expected applause and heard only crickets. At least you got to play when the whole wide world is pushing you back. If you're moving in, stick a victory lap. The losing team makes a comeback someday. Oh, someday. No, it ain't what we wanted, but we'll take what we can get. It isn't ideal, but it isn't all that bad. No, it ain't what we wanted, but we'll take what we can get. Half of the way is better than nothing at all. Whoa, yeah, half of the way is better than nothing at all. Let me explain. You are now 3 songs into an album called Minute to Win It. It's 20 songs long and 20 minutes long. It's a visual album. And here we go. We're going to take what we can get, I suppose. This next song that I'm about to play for you has about somewhere between 162 times as many streams as the rest of the song on the album on Spotify, which I can only interpret as it being somewhere between 162 times as good as the rest of the songs on the album. New year, new you, new beers, new brews, new beard, new shoes, new tears, new blues, new lines, new songs, new rights, new wrongs, new weeks, new strongs, new shorts, new longs, new town, new friends, New York to Bend, new laughs, new trends, new downs, new ends, new foods, new cheers, new cars, new gears, new hopes, new fears, new you, new year. This time I'll be different, I swear. This time I'll be different, I swear. Minute to win it, a minute to win it. Yes, I am. I got a minute to win it. Whoa, oh, oh. And when I'm done here, y'all are gonna know who did it. A minute to win it, a minute to win it. Yes, I am. I got a minute to win it. Whoa, oh, oh. And when I'm done here, y'all are gonna know who did it. A minute to win it, a minute to win it. Yes, I am. I got a minute to win it. Whoa, oh, oh. And when I'm done here, y'all are gonna know who did it. Whoa, a minute to win it, a minute to win it. Yes, I am. I got a minute to win it. And when I'm done here, y'all are gonna know who did it. How long is a minute? I guess it's long as you give it. You close your eyes and then you end up swimming in it. But blink and it's gone, like yesterday's song. Turn to look back and Persephone's won, yeah. In New York it's shorter, but just cross the border into Jersey and you've got enough time for disorder. Put it back on repeat to cesium's beat. Listen again, and a little death do you cheat. They grow up so fast, talk a mile and blast. Your 15th of fame is suddenly in the past. The 7th of heaven, the clock stuck at 11. How long is a minute? That's a damn good question. I think this next one's my favorite video. I got the weight of the world upon my shoulders. I got the weight of the world upon my shoulders. Sisyphus, come take your boulder. I got the weight of the world upon my shoulders. The king has laid his scepter down, and I'm the only fool who's stuck around. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. Well, I guess it's on me to run this town. If I don't do it, it won't get done. Yeah, the buck stops at number 1. Concrete shoes at the starting gun. It doesn't run itself, I make it run. This next one can be a sing-along, no pressure. Oh, bless your heart, baby, bless your heart. Well, I don't think you're very smart. You ain't from around these parts. Ooh, baby, bless your heart. There we go. Oh, bless your heart, baby, bless your heart. Well, I don't think you're very smart. You ain't from around these parts. Ooh, baby, bless your heart. Oh, one more time, oh, ever bless your heart. Oh, bless your heart. Well, I don't think you're very smart. I know it ain't. You ain't from around these parts. Ooh, baby, bless your heart. Ooh, baby, bless your heart. Okay, this might be my second favorite video, this next one. Could I heard a pin drop, thought I heard a bird sing. There's a man on the microphone insisting that freedom ring. I saw tears of joy and tears of rage on Inauguration Day. Here comes the turning tide, here comes the olive branch. Heard someone's mama died in a lonely ambulance. Well, to her it could be any old day, but it's Inauguration Day. DC's just a little too cold this time of year. The horns are a little too flat, the metaphor's just a little too clear. Well, rub your hands together and say, it's a new day, it's Inauguration Day. I wish you would take antidepressants, but I can't tell you that. I wish you would take antidepressants, but I can't tell you that. There we go. Your body's your body, your mind is your mind, and sometimes things get a little out of whack. I wish you would take antidepressants, but I can't tell you that. I wish I could take a piece of that monkey and pull it off your back. I wish I could take a piece of that monkey and pull it off your back. Everybody needs a little bit of help when they're under attack. I wish I could take a piece of that monkey and pull it off your back. Because I couldn't make it without you, and you could use a comeback. I wish you would take antidepressants, but I can't tell you that. I want to send this one out to the Baltimore Ravens. This next one. You're all grown up, and it's time to fight. You're in the big leagues now. Nobody's gonna let you win tonight. You're in the big leagues now. It sure was cute back when you were young. You're in the big leagues now. Somehow this isn't quite as fun. You're in the big leagues now. You're in the big leagues now. You're in the big leagues now. Oh, pick yourself up and look around. You're in the big leagues now. Whoa, pick yourself up and look around. You're in the big leagues now. Here we go. We're now entering what my friend Paul calls the depression suite. Not feeling it today. Well, I could try, but it'd be just okay. Tomorrow might be better. Never say never, but right now I'm gonna throw it away. I'm not feeling it today. Call it depression, call it a malaise. When the neighbors walked by, didn't even say hi, because I'm really not feeling it today. I don't have an excuse. It might be one of my moods. It might be something I ate. I might have stayed out too late. I'm not feeling it today. I'm not feeling it today. So my wife is getting her PhD in sociology. Anybody here know what a sociology PhD does for a career? Anybody? Not even one? Nobody here at a folk music gathering knows what a sociology PhD gets? Okay, well, that makes two of us, because, man, she's been doing this for 6 years, and I really can't quite put my finger on exactly what it is that sociologists do. But there we go. Now we're talking. That's better than one person on tour shouted out, "Drives a cab." But if I may, in layman's terms, explain what sociology is. It's kind of like sociologists, they go and they study, say, one group of people, observe them, take notes, go and tell, say, another group of people what that first group did, more or less. When I figured that out, I was like, man, I can do that. So without further ado, I would like to present my field report from Eugene, Oregon on October 31st, 2022. One candy per kid, did you get yours? I asked the dinosaur, even though I'd seen him just before, and in his hand an almond joy. He said as he looked me in the eye. On the one hand, Mom said never lie. On the other hand, it's a free Snickers, and this sucker seems like a willing giver. Life is full of decisions, some big and some small. Yes, he said, and ran off with only one candy bar. Where did all the heroes go? With their capes and suits and lightning bolts, right when we need them most. Don't bother with the bat signal. You could try, but he ain't gonna show. Where did all the heroes go? Where did all the heroes go? Tell me, where did all the heroes go? where did all the heroes go? Tell me, where did all the heroes go? I hope that things are gonna turn around, and I'm hoping hope won't let me down. I know that it's darkest before the dawn. Well, soon we'll breathe and sing along. It's been a hard, hard year. Oh, it's been a hard, hard year. We lost so much that we hold so dear. It's been a hard, hard year. It's been a hard, hard year. Oh, it's been a hard, hard year. We lost so much that we hold so dear. It's been a hard, hard year. I just love to stand at the window here in the kitchen and watch it rain. There ain't no rhyme or reason, there ain't nothing to explain. When I stand by the window here in the kitchen and watch it rain, well, I don't care if the phone should ring, I don't care if the doorbell should ring, 'cause I'm just gonna stand at the window here in the kitchen and watch it rain. I would like to thank Jenner for introducing me to that song. Snowball fights and Vince Guaraldi, string lights up for sweater parties, songs with words like hark and glee. Spiked eggnog and mistletoe, frozen lakes and frozen noses, colorful boxes beneath the tree. How's it been? Gosh, it's cold. Where did the year go? Naughty nice and sayings full of cheer. School's out and work's on pause, except for the mall Santa Claus. Far-flung families gather near. Gosh, I hate this time of year. Only because I don't have you here. Thank you guys so much for listening. And hello to everybody on the live stream. Don't let me waste your time. Don't let me waste your time. This will only take a moment, but don't let me waste your time. Well, I've got something to say. I've got something to say. you don't like it, well, that's okay. But I've got something to say. I wish I had a little more time. I wish I had a few better rhymes. If I was still in my prime, well, I wouldn't be so far behind. This all happened so very fast. I should have saved the best for last. I can tell something's on your mind, so don't let me waste your time. Don't let me waste your time. Thank you. Thank you so much. That's Minute to Win It. There are no CDs or vinyl. So I was like, 20 minutes, why bother? Though if you would like a physical totem to commemorate this experience, there are Bandcamp download cards which are on the back of a beautifully designed tour poster designed by a Seattle artist named Natalie Vukic. That tour poster has 5 tour shows on them, 3 of which happened. One got canceled due to weather here in Portland, actually, back in December. And the other one in my hometown of Rock Hill, South Carolina, got canceled because my dad ingested 1,200 milligrams of THC and had to go to the hospital. Anyways, it was an accident, yes. But I digress. Anyways, I'm looking at the set list here, and management says that I should probably do a very well-known cover to get people back on board after the weird minute-long songs. They suggested something Dua Lipa, but I'm going to stick the finger to them right now and play a very niche deep cut from the back catalog of the Mountain Goats. This is a song called The Fall of the Star High School Running Back. And I thought it might be appropriate with the album cover as the backdrop to this. Sophomore year, you rushed for an average of 8 1/3 yards per carry. All eyes were on you, junior year. You blew your knee out in an out-of-town game. Nowhere to go but down, down, down. Nothing but the earth left to fall to. By July, you'd made a whole bunch of brand new friends, people you used to look down on, and you'd figured out a way to make real money, giving ends to your friends, and it felt stupendous. Chrome wheels on your Japanese bike, but Selling acid was a bad idea, and selling it to a cop was a worse one. And the new law said that 17-year-olds could do federal time. You were the first one, so I sing this song for you. William Staniforth Donahue, your grandfather rowed the boat over from Ireland, but you made a bad decision or two, yeah. Thank you so much. All right, so for a rapid shift in emotion and mood, I will now play a song called Window Seat that none of y'all have ever heard, except for Jeff and Mary. I want to send the song out to Jeff and Mary. Every time I see you smile, I see your grandma's eyes, tiny wrinkles to the past. A time machine leads me back to an ambulance in Spain. They ask, do you know your name? You don't remember me arriving. It meant that I'd be driving. To a nighttime street in the Murray, the wine and I don't think we paid. Your hands around my chest, I biked and tried my best. To a park in late September, I wonder if you remember the people in the horse and carriage when you first brought up marriage. And I want you to have the window seat. I want you to feel like you can sleep. I want to give and give and give. I want you to live and live and live. I want to fold your laundry. I want to smell your cooking. I want Thanksgiving and also Christmas. I want to be your witness. To a Friday night on the bathroom floor, screaming, what's it for? Did they even try hypnosis? Can't it be another diagnosis? To a wedding or a funeral, your hand's a gentle push and pull. You cry first at these things, especially when the choir sings. To a weekend night with nothing on, the kids are grown and gone. Say, could you water the plants? Say, could I have this dance? To the never-ending ever after, the holy barnyard church rafters, the drunken singing seraphim who let you in and then begin. And I want you to have the window seat. I want you to feel like you can sleep. I want to give and give and give. I want you to live and live and live. I want to fold your laundry. I want to smell your cooking. I want Thanksgiving and also Christmas. I want to be your witness. Every time I see you smile, I see your grandma's eyes, tiny wrinkles to the past. A time machine leads me back. Thank you so much. All right, I got one more tune for you. My name's Cuchulain. I'm from South Carolina. What's my name? And where am I from? South Carolina. Nice. Though debatably Eugene, Oregon currently. But yeah, nice. Thank you so much to Artichoke Music. Can we hear for Artichoke Music? It seems like this space really does a lot of very cool things to support music and a lot of great causes here in this wonderful town. So definitely check out that raffle. I'm going to check out that raffle probably in the set break. Can we hear it one more time for the dudes running sound and the live stream? Thank you so much. Also running the door. Can we hear it for the guy at the door? Thank you so much. And can I get a big whoop whoop for Jenner and Jeremy? Oh yeah, and give a round of applause for Jenner and Jeremy. Thank you guys so much for having me on as the opener. It is such a privilege. One thing I've found being a musician, actually one thing I found just being a human is that anytime you choose to do one thing, you automatically miss out on kind of all of the other things, all of the Ted Lassos and the Squid Games and whatever else is hot on Netflix right now. So thank you so much. One more round of applause for yourselves for coming out and supporting live music, independent music at a small venue like Artichoke Music. I've got one more song. During this last song, I invite you, if you feel so inclined, if you came here with a partner or a companion or a friend of any kind, turn to them at some point during this next song and make good eye contact, give them a big old high five, and tell them, "You're my dog." There's a lot of things that he don't understand. That don't mean he ain't my man. There's a lot of things that he can't do. That don't mean he ain't my dude. There's a lot of songs that he can't sing. That don't mean he ain't my king. There's a lot of places that he can't go. That don't mean he ain't my bro. He's my dog, my dog, my dog, my dog. Yes, he is my dog, my dog, my dog, my dog. Yes, he is my dog. There he goes, that's my dog. There's a lot of things that he can't buy. That don't mean he ain't my guy. There's a lot of stuff that gets him off track. That don't mean he ain't got my back. There's a lot of folks might call him a dud. That don't mean he ain't my bud. Man, he's never heard you can call me Al. That don't mean he ain't my pal. Oh, he's my dog, my dog, my dog, my dog. Yes, he is my dog, my dog, my dog, my dog. Yes, he is my dog. There he goes, that's my dog. All right, help me out on this last chorus if you got it by now. Oh, he's my dog, my dog, my dog, my dog. Yes, he is my dog, my dog, my dog, my dog. Yes, he is my dog. There he goes, that's my dog. Woo! There he goes, that's my dog. The one in the corner there, that's my dog. Yeah, the one with all the hair, that's my dog. The one who drove all the way from Sisters tonight, that's my dog. The one supporting independent live music, that's my dog. The one wearing the Thorns jersey, that's my dog. There he goes, that's my dog. Whoa, whoa, God.
All right. Thank you for being here. We're excited to be here. Thank you to Cuchulain.
Yeah.
You. To Cuchulain. We're gonna begin our set in that window, looking out the window in the kitchen image that Cuchulain had up here. Except it's not raining. I look out the window, I see a tree, and I wonder if it ever thinks about me. It stands in the wind, through the rain and through the snow, and it watches time pass. I think it might know if it ever gets lonely to live to 100. If there's ever a moment when you wanna give in, if you look in my window and notice me looking, does it make you feel better to tell you I'm longing to know? Wind through the trees, touching the glass with fingers of distance and places she's blown in the past. And the bird on the branch all ruffle and blow, and I wonder if he thinks it's funny when I say hello. And does it ever get lonely to live to 100? Is there ever a moment when you wanna give in, if you look in my window and notice me looking? Does it make you feel better to tell you I'm longing to know? Does it make you feel better to tell you I'm longing to know? Thank you. Thank you, thank you. That's Jeremy Elliott. To my right.
Thanks, guys.
My name is Jenner Fox. We are Jenner Fox and Jeremy Elliott.
It took us a minute to come up with that. It made sense.
I think, Corky, we're kind of getting a high-pitched thing in the monitor. Maybe if we just take the monitor level down a smidge, we might lose that. Thank you. Thank you to Corky doing the sound in the back. His wonderful establishment. Yes. Beautiful, beautiful. Speaking of Corky, my next door neighbor growing up had a dog named Corky, and this song is about a particularly. I never got to dog sit for Corky, but I've gotten to dog sit a few times recently, and this song is about a particularly transcendent experience while dog sitting. It's called Pickles. Can I come and dog sit for Pickles tonight again? I'll get there early and we'll watch the ceiling fan. Only you and me. Tonight I got nowhere to be. I'll rub your tummy if you put your head on my knee. And I'll forgive myself once again. Yeah, I'll forgive myself once again. Thank you. All right. Thank you. We're doing a special thing you get to do sometimes every once in a while when you're releasing a CD, and we get to play all the new songs on the CD, and none of the ones that feel comfortable and that people have heard before, but we sort of get immunity for this month of CD release. And we're very excited to be releasing a new album called The Moon That Moves the Sea. And it is out on February 23rd, but sort of this month we're doing release shows, and we have the full thing in CD format and vinyl format and all those things. And so we're very excited to get to sort of play this new stuff for you all. So thanks for being here for that. This next one, I was talking to a good friend, sort of like Cuchulain, fellow musician, about 6 feet, very handsome. Cuchulain and I go way back. Would
you say he was your dog?
Yeah, he's one of my. He's one of my brew, I think.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, Cuchulain and I were talking on the phone and about music and stuff, and he said, man, sometimes I feel like I'm just bald and 30 in my spare bedroom, and this one's for Kooks. 2, 3, 4. Welcome to my spare bedroom. Behind the door I built a fort. I strung up sheets from chair to chair, and underneath I disappear. My dad would wake up every day, put on a tie, and he'd come home late. And my granddad's name is on a plaque. He sent a man to the moon and back, and I woke up today before noon and took my pajamas to a spare bedroom. Welcome to my spare bedroom. It's empty now, but I'll fill it soon. Bring your pride and bring your fears. We'll spin 3 times and we'll disappear. We'll get real quiet, we'll get real sad, we'll build a boat and we'll sail it back. Financial success, your wedding dress. Turn off the goddamn overheads. If you're proud of me, I'll be proud of you. Whatever you decide to do. Thank you. It's fun to play that with both my friends Cuchulain and Jeff in this room, because Cuchulain inspired that song, and also the music for that song was inspired because my friend Jeff is a cellist and asked me to learn this cello suite by Bach, I believe. I never learned it, but I sort of took the like 6 bars that I did learn and copied it and changed it to become the music of that song. So thank you too for contributing. I'm starving, you just ate. Stop living in the past, babe. I won't stop holding, I won't stop holding, I won't stop holding your hand 'neath the dinner table. Forehead to forehead. Remember when you said our love is haunted? Long after we're gone, babe, I won't stop holding, I won't stop holding, I won't stop holding your hand 'neath the dinner table. I won't stop holding, I won't stop holding, I won't stop holding your hand 'neath the dinner table. Thank you. Thank you. My uncle lives in Maine, and he, spent a lot of time out there, and has recently had dementia and starting to kind of, fade in and out of reality, and he really took he really took to sitting on the screen porch in the house out in Maine, and he was determined to see a moose walk by, and they live on an island in Maine, and there's no moose on the island, but there's sort of a bridge that's just sort of a highway that gets to the island, so it's I guess possible that a moose could walk over that, but they haven't been seen. But it felt very I don't know, him, seeing him just sitting there day after day, determined to see the moose. That felt like something to me, and I liked the sound of a moose in Maine. This is a moose in Maine. A moose in Maine, as long as it takes. I've been coming here for nearly 80 years to see a moose in Maine from my screen porch someday. On the radio, the Sox game, I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm still here, though it doesn't seem that way. And last night in the kitchen with the lights off, wishing for the things I forgot, every time I tried to talk. The pitch has been called with 2 outs and 3 on. There's a time, there's a place for stealing the plate, and when it's my time to go, I hope you'll notice the moose tracks leading down the stairs out the back. I'm right here. I'm right here. tried to restitch and rewire. And what was that word? With a runner on third in the batter's box. I'm up for the Sox and there's a moose out my window. I've been sounding the signal. I'm right here. I'm right here. Thank you. I'm starting to reach to be that age where a lot of people I'm close to, consider peers, are starting to do real adulting things like have children and get married and live in places with more than one room and my sister has kids and Cuchulain's married and me and my partner, we sort of I find that we're kind of wondering if we might be able to pull off those things and we find that things that experiences in life that weren't previously, you didn't previously have weight, now have weight as if they're like little tests of adulting. And recently we had a mouse problem, and it wouldn't have been such an issue except our bed at the time was basically in the kitchen. It was a tiny apartment, and the mouse was peacefully picking up after us. But we were in the kitchen, and so every time the mouse would come, Natalie would sort of wake up and start flicking the lights on and off and start clapping. And this would happen, night after night, and like, this is not going to be sustainable. And I think maybe this is one of those moments where I need to step up, and so I stepped up and I went to Ace Hardware and told them what was going on and asked if they had any suggestions for mouse traps, and they said humane or inhumane, and I said humane, and they rolled their eyes and then they said aisle 13. Or something, there's these magical white boxes, $35 white boxes, and you plug them into the wall and they send out mouse-hating signals and all your problems should be solved in a few days. And I took their word for it, so I bought the $35 box and plugged it in and waited a week, and every night it was, flicking the lights on and off, and it's like, shit, can't return the box. And so I went to the landlady and told her what was going on and asked if she had any suggestions or things she'd succeeded with before with mice, and she said, humane or inhumane? And I said, humane. And she rolled her eyes and she said, well, I have some glue traps. And I was like, okay, what are the glue traps? If you've never used glue traps before, glue traps are sort of these rectangles of green glue. And the directions on the back, step one is it says put some bread and peanut butter or whatever on it, and step two is you just throw in the glue trap out, and there's never any mice in the directions. And so I took their word for it and assumed this was a humane thing, and put a little sourdough bread and some peanut butter on the glue trap, and went to bed that night, and I woke up at 3 a.m. or whatever to some crashing sound, and it's like, oh shit, I think this is happening, and flick on the light, and sure enough, there's a cute little pink mouse stuck on the glue trap, and I grabbed the garden gloves and grabbed the glue trap in the other hand, and I grabbed the mouse around the torso and try and get it off, and the whole thing just flexes, and these glue traps are terrible. Maybe, I don't know if anyone in this room has used them, but it's sort of like the more they wriggle, the more body parts get stuck, and it's squeaking, and it's just awful. And we're trying to dig it out and can't dig it out, and like, oh, geez, what are we gonna do? And so eventually, we're outside. It is March. It's cold, and I'm in my boxers and I have a headlamp, and I'm holding a big stone over the mouse, and like, I think this is the only way. And Natalie says, wait. Let's just go inside and let's YouTube it. And and like okay. Yeah, definitely the smarter of the two. But anyway, who knows what she looked up on YouTube, but this very dark video of this basement man came up, and it's sort of grainy video, and he looked like he might have been stuck on a glue trap once upon a time himself, and he was explaining that if you pour sort of oil on the mouse while on the glue trap, that you can kind of squeegee it out. And so we're like, all right. So we bring the mouse back inside and put it on a cookie tray and drizzle some olive oil on top of the mouse. And sure enough, you can kind of like, we're able to kind of glom it off and the poor thing's covered in olive oil and goo, and we put it in this box, and we drive it across the highway to the neighbor's house we don't like, and moral of the story is that perhaps these sort of bigger life adulting things are possible with YouTube. This is called Sideways. Thank you. I got a really nice guitar. I keep it buried in the yard. So I don't have to admit I am not worthy of it. And way up in the attic, I keep my magic all wrapped in plastic, my cape and my bat shit. You stay in the car when you get home. Turn the heat up, scroll your phone. And where do last year's lessons hide? Let them burn and let them rise. I'll take you sideways. I'll take your Mondays. I'll take you always. I'll take you always. Take you up there. I'll build a ladder. Forget about answers. You're my favorite dancer. Well, I'll take you sideways. I'll take your Mondays. I'll take you all way. I'll take you all way. I'll take you sideways. Thank you. All right, that's half of the new record, The Moon That Moves the Sea. We're going to take a quick commercial break to play 2 songs that aren't on it, and then get back to our regularly scheduled programming. This is a song that sort of addresses the question of condiments. There's nothing better than peanut butter on a spoon or in spaghetti. Nothing I wouldn't rudder, smother in peanut butter. Oh, don't you let 'em fool you. The only ingredient in peanut butter is the peanut. Yeah. And a little bit of salt, yeah. A little bit of salt sometimes. Yeah, there's nothing better than peanut butter on the moon or up in heaven. Nothing I wouldn't try with a jar nearby. Don't worry if your mouth gets stuck closed. That's why they invented the nose. Yeah. Repeat after me. We're singing wiggle, 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 yeah. Yeah, we're singing wiggle, 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 yeah. Yeah, we're singing wiggle, 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 yeah. Yeah, we're singing love you, Cuchulain, yeah. Go on, Derek, let's something sticky. I think you said everything you need to say. Go on, one more. Ooh, wiggle, 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 yeah. Yeah, we're singing wiggle, 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 yeah. Yeah, we're singing wiggle, 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 yeah. Yeah, we're singing goobity, 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 goop, bop, ma goodin' doodin' doo, yeah. Yeah, we're singing wiggle, 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 yeah. Yeah, we're singing wiggle, 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 yeah. You got it. Yeah, we're singing wiggle, 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 yeah. Yeah, we're singing wiggle, 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 yeah. Thank you, thank you, thank you for singing.
Jenner always says you can tell a lot about an audience by how good their ooey gooeys are. And that is, it just rings true every time. Those are great ooey gooeys. Thank y'all so much for giving. It's a true gift to have attentive ears and open minds and spirits that are ready to listen, especially when you're performing music that you have no idea if people are going to like. Jenner and I really enjoyed the process of making the record that we're releasing right now, The Moon That Moves the Sea. And we did it just like this. We sat down across from each other in a studio with our acoustic guitars, and we just recorded it like that. Just the two of us, just our two instruments. And it was a really fun challenge, and we're really excited with what came out of it, and it's been a real joy to play it. So we're stoked to do that with y'all tonight. Next thing, we're playing a song next that's not on the record. But it is on a record that I released about 5 years ago, a collaborative record that I put together with original material that I wrote. And one of the things that was really fun about us doing The Moon That Moves the Sea is we kind of took what I love about Jenner's music, which is his incredible songwriting and ability to kind of sink you into a story or a place, or and of course he's an incredibly proficient player too. And my background is mostly instrumental, so we combined those two things and kind of wanted to see where they went. And this is a song that I wrote. I lived in Portland for a few years. I live up in Bellingham, Washington now, but I lived in Portland for a few years and had a wonderful partner. And as we were getting to know each other, she told me what her middle name was finally. And because I remembered to ask, I was like, I don't think I actually know your middle name. And she said, it's Jacinta. And to me is just an absolutely beautiful name. Jacinta, and it's funny how just a word like that I immediately was like, that needs to be the title of a song. And I wrote a song, if I can get this capo off, called Jacinta, and we're going to perform it for you now. Where do I go with this? Oh, I know where I go with it. It's this one. That'll work.
Jacinta back in his hometown. That's so
Back in
nice.
his hometown, yeah.
Yeah,
Sure
yeah.
is.
We're having a good time.
We're having a good time.
Jeremy's been coaching me that one of his favorite stand-up comedians says, instead of "How you doing?" he says, "We're having a good time," just in case you're not having a good time, and you just don't get a chance to answer. But we're having a good time tonight.
Are you guys having a good time, though? Good. Break the rule and ask.
We're gonna go back to "The Moon That Moves the Sea," and this next tune. I live in Seattle right now, and before that I was living in Sisters, Oregon, which, as you in Portland can probably relate to this, but there's this crazy thing that happens in Sisters, Oregon, where the sun comes out in the winter. It's this magical thing. When I was living there, we would always walk to through this neighborhood to this sort of housing development that kind of was the edge of town, and you could look over at the mountains and see the mountains on the clear days. And it was always a ritual when we lived there. And around Christmas time, I was walking out there, and I saw a tree walking down the sidewalk, and it the tree was wearing shoes, and the tree was a person dressed up as a tree, wearing what I later learned. Actually, I think someone in Portland told me the name of this, but is a ghillie suit, which is sort of a hunting costume for camouflage purposes, typically, and I was wondering what was going on and who this was, and then I heard them talk, and I recognized them as someone part of the community who had been living in the national forest in a tent just outside of town for the rest of the year, and I sort of put together. I'd been wondering where they had gone, and I hadn't seen them in a while, and then here they were in this tree suit, and it left me with a lot of questions, and I went home and made this one up. It's called Tree Man. He stepped off the train, I guess he liked the town's name, found a cup in the trash can, and he brought it outside, and on a cardboard sign wrote "Merry Christmas." And along came a songbird of 7 or 8, and she filled up his cup before she ran away. So he took his $22 to the Salvation Army. It was there that he found it. A 5-piece green leaf camouflage tree suit with down insulation and waterproof feet. I'm a tree, I'm a tree, I'm a tree. No more looking down at me. I'm a man, I'm a ghost, I'm nowhere, I'm nowhere, I'm home.
And the painter looks up from his fireplace window, sketching snowflakes. And the tree in his view is wearing shoes and humming Silent Night. I'm a tree, I'm a tree, I'm a tree. No more looking down at me. I'm a man, I'm a ghost, I'm nowhere. I'm nowhere. I'm home. Thank you. Thank you to Christopher tending the bar.
Yes, yes.
Yes. Christopher tending the bar. Music and the bar have an integral relationship, at least live music, and a lot of sort of the arts, because the bar often funds the music, and as musicians we kind of have a love-hate relationship with this relationship, and finally, lots of times well, first off, thank you. We're in a venue with a bar, and you guys are just giving us the most wonderful, attentive listening, and it means so much. And the bar's not even open during the set. It's an amazing thing. Well, it is? Okay, well, there you go. Christopher's just a real pro. But sometimes it's not like that, and we find, there's been occasions where we're like, okay, wow, we have this lot of tickets sold, and the band's doing great, and we're playing this venue with a bar, but we're going to get everyone, and they're going to all be in it, and, we're going to beat the bar, and inevitably that never happens. You can't beat the bar. And then furthermore, there's sort of this another personal challenge where it's like, okay, I know that we're not going to beat the bar, but this time I'm just going to not let it get to me. Sort of this song was right before we recorded the record. We played this wonderful show in Bellingham, and it was one of those bar experiences, It was one of those.
It was a bar.
It was an amazing homemade show. It was sold out, and they stuffed more people in, and then there was just this cocktail bar in the back, and as much as we tried, the bar reigned supreme. And this was nice before we went in to record the record. So when we got into the studio, we had everything kind of arranged and all the songs worked out. And I said to Jerry, I have a new song called "You Can't Beat the Bar." And he's like, I think I know where that one is.
I know where. Inspired.
So this is "You Can't Beat the Bar," dedicated to you. Thank you.
Yeah.
For you.
You can beat the bar. 7 dwarves made supper. 1 dwarf starved.
What's the answer to the riddle? You can't beat the bar. And the front page of the paper said it was time for us to choose. But I was feeling short, so I stuffed the paper in my shoes. And you can fold their laundry. You can make 1,000 cranes. You can truly say you're sorry. You can never take the blame. You can stand at the pulpit with the getaway car. You can say you never noticed, but you can't beat the bar. Well, I ate my vegetables. I grew tall. And I learned my Dewey Decimals until I was invincible. And then I had popsicles for breakfast. And I summited the ridge. And I had so many spoils I bought a second fridge. And you can wield the Stradivarius. You can purchase a star. You can say you never noticed, but you can't beat the bar. Well, I've seen that awful look on your face at night, and I've seen how much it took to say you were doing all right. And I've seen you keep on walking, though your socks were turning red, rattling the locks on some prison bed. And I wish that I could tell you how I see you try so hard, but your shoes are tied together and you can't beat the bar. Well, I sat in silence for 10 whole days, and I swore off violence and mayonnaise, and I only spoke of kindness, and I even listened to, and I always had enough left for you. And I practiced with intention, and I took my time, and I never failed to mention your beauty on the inside. And then I stood up in the lights with love in my heart, but I let it get to me when I couldn't beat the bar. That's Jeremy Elliott right there.
Thank you.
That lick you just came up with during this time was really cool. I'm glad that there's a live stream so we can remember whatever that thing is.
I
That's
know.
cool, yeah. That's the new song, whatever that is, yeah. Artichoke. Oh, I won't try and do that. But well, how do you wake up in the morning and know exactly what to do? I'm told when I was 6 I was the jolliest dude, but I can't remember now. And from this window in this room, I see the country crying out, and there must be something I can do. And the bald eagle is circling, says there's not enough fish, and I'd like to solve it now, but I got an oven in my dish, and perhaps the tide is coming in a little faster than before, and perhaps there's a better flag worth fighting for. And I'd just like to face myself at the end of the road and say you were insignificant but beautiful, and feel the wind raise the little bumpies on my arm, let out a great laugh, say you can't beat the bar.
Beat the bar. This is a song that actually is on the record as we're continuing to go through it. I grew up in southern Georgia, and my grandfather, Larry Hopkins, was an old blues man, and I loved him dearly. And when I would go see him, he had a coin collection and a bunch of guitars. And we would polish his coin collection. He would have me help him do that. And then we'd play guitar. And he would sit down and teach me these old blues tunes and gospel tunes that I really, really loved and still do. He introduced me to a lot of music, and there was this one guitar that he had that was an old Gibson J100, and my earliest memories of playing were on that guitar, really. And he died a few years ago, and shortly after that, that guitar showed up at my house here in Bellingham, or up in Bellingham. And it was just, it was kind of funny because I saw this box and I knew I hadn't ordered a guitar, and it kind of all came together before I even opened it. And when I was looking, I was like, oh, this is this. So I picked it up and brought it inside, and as instruments do, like so many other things do, the memory of my grandfather and kind of the things that he showed me and taught me, and our relationship that we had and the personality immediately came out of that instrument. And as I kind of started to put it together, I was visiting my brother, and they live on Hamlin Road. And when I sat down to kind of piece the arrangement together, I did it on the voice memos on my phone. And because of GPS, it titled it Hamlin Road. And I came to Jenner with it, and I was like, what should we worked it out together, and I was like, what should we title the song? And he kind of looked at my voice memo and said, Hamlin Road, I think. I was like, oh, actually, I like that a lot. Yeah. So this is a song called Hamlin Road. Hope you enjoy. Let's see here. This thing is just giving me all kinds of problems.
Well, at least you didn't just find some toothpaste on your pants during that last tour.
Did you?
Yeah. And I was on my finger, and it's like it's functioning like glue.
I did. Yeah, I did. And that's a great question, Bonnie. Thank you. That it was really fun on this record. Jenner and I we recorded it at this beautiful studio in Maple Falls, Washington, out towards Mount Baker. The producer and engineer and owner of that studio has this gorgeous place that he's built, and Jenner was able to hole up there for a few days, and I kind of made it back and forth because I lived fairly close, and we had a lot of instruments that we switched between for these tunes. And then also the producer was like, we're just gonna put all my guitars in the room with you, because I feel like we're gonna get a lot of sympathetic sounds from them. And it was pretty
There were like
awesome.
18 acoustic guitars surrounding us. So I was like, well,
And he also
I think I
happened to
played
have
the same one in every single song, though.
Yeah, we might have, but
you didn't.
We didn't.
You
No, I
switched.
didn't. And we at least plucked on all of them, and then we were like, oh, let's play the ones we like. But it also, we happened to do, so that was inside the studio, and then he also happened to have like a litter of 13 golden retrievers right before we got there. So we would take breaks and go outside and just be smothered in golden retriever puppy love, and then go back into these just giant room of guitars, and it was like, maybe we should just keep this process going for as long as possible. I did that already. Thank you, guys. Jenner Fox, everyone, playing all that with me.
I love that song, man. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
But we're gonna play the final remaining song that hath yet been played on the moon that moves the sea. And I'm gonna pass this around. If any of you are interested, I send one tasteful, easy to unsubscribe from email per month, letting you know when we're playing next. And pass it over here. Feel free to write your name legibly on that. Thank you. Be nice to see you again. We're playing again in Portland at the Alberta Rose Theater in April. Our band does a Paul Simon tribute, so we're doing a Paul Simon tribute that night and a set of original music, which should be fun. And thank you to Shelly for having us back. We were here with the band last, and it's really fun to get to come back to those. So Shelly for booking this place, and yeah. And thank you to Cuchulain for opening up. And Cuchulain, I feel like it's really we've shared a lot of sets and music over the years, and this set has truly blown my mind in like a David Byrne way with the just the astounding amount of creativity that went into that music, and the videos is unbelievable and beautiful, and it's wonderful and great to see your art flourishing. So thank you, Cuchulain. Check out his stuff, buy his new album, listen to it. All right, I have lots of things seem to move in cyclical ways in the world, and the tides move and change a lot, and the seasons and people and trees and stuff. But as a man, I find I just never totally unchanging, completely steady all the time. I've been workshopping that joke this time. I feel like last night I don't think people got it, and they were sort of a little bit just confused.
We're having a good time.
We're having a good time.
This song is Jenner. Well, there's a few. It's always an adventure with Jenner, and I am always just absolutely overwhelmed with joy when I get to play music with him, but also when we get to just do things on the road. Like we'll often tour on cargo bicycles, and we'll have all of our gear on them. And we found ourselves in the northeastern part of the United States, New England area. And the first show of the run, we had I think we had around 300 miles that we were going to bike on that tour with our guitars, show to show.
360, I remember it was Days of the Year.
360, yeah. And it just the two of us, and it makes for a really special way to experience a tour and play your music, and the camaraderie and all of that stuff. And then when you just get completely pissed off and fed up with each other, all the whole gamut. But it never happens.
Overcome with joy was what you said earlier.
That was the first one. Yeah. But it's an adventure, and the first night of the tour, after we picked up our bikes and got to the first club, is a club called Club Passim in Boston, and it's a really legendary spot. And we went in, and we're really excited to play the show. And we were in this tiny little green room, and Jenner sat down and started playing a song that I had not heard before, but it was just absolutely beautiful. And at that moment, felt inspired to grab my guitar and sit in this little room and try to figure something else out. And we came up with this song, which inspired this entire record, and we performed it. The first song that evening was this tune. And
that wasn't like a cue to tell you to stop talking. That was more like I thought it'd be cool to sort of bring it in.
So
a little
there's
bit,
a lot more to that stuff. I'm just kidding.
Rain on the railing, rain on the roof.
If I had flippers, I'd be underwater too. Tide rolls in, tide rolls out. I'm just a buoy clutching to the ground. And some days I'm loving, some days I'm lost, some days I can't see past this fall, past this fall. And now you're telling me that it's the moon that moves the sea, and yet I supposedly steady. Well, if you can't sleep at night, if it all gets too big, I'll pretend to know everything, everything. Like how birds sleep and why there's smoke in the sky, and what that seal was saying when she looked you in the eye, when she looked you in the eye. And how it's the earth that moves the moon, and then it's the moon that moves the sea, and yet you're supposed steady. Thank you. The moon that moves the sea. That's it. Thank you. That is the album. We're gonna play one more song, but thank you for listening to it. We hope you take something home from it. We have the Moon That Moves the Sea socks, which get featured better when you sit on a stool.
They're so comfortable too.
They're so comfortable. In fact, Jeremy and I both played pickup soccer in Portland this afternoon, thanks to our good friends pointing us in the direction, and wore two different previous pairs of Fox socks, so they're tested on the field as well.
I got the next ones on.
Oh, you have the bicycle ones
Yeah.
on. Nice.
These ones have bicycles on them.
We have CDs, we have vinyl, we have T-shirts. Cuchulain has baseball T-shirts. Hope to see you over there. Anyway, that is the business harassing. Thank you so much for being here and supporting Artichoke Music and supporting our music. And thank you to all the folks, to Mascot, to Shelly, to Christopher, to Corky back there on the sound. Give them a round of applause, all the staff here. Yeah. And thank you for coming here and giving us the gift of your attention and really listening and singing along and all that. And it fills us up, so we really appreciate it. Woohoo! Is that you, Jeremy?
I feel like I got really loud, maybe. Good? Good? Okay.
All right.
All right.
Thank
Did
you.
y'all
This
like
is
that
our
one?
last song. This is called Tongue Canyon Road. Wrong flavor. I like to ride my bicycle at night when the streets are dark and cold. Down the Tongue Canyon Road, and I look in all the windows
at the people passing time and getting old. In the television glow. Well, Dad put us on training wheels in the church parking lot. And I got in my first two-wheeler and he said that's how freedom feels, but stay on the sidewalks. And we'd ride every day to school in a pack of 5 or 6. And we'd see who could go no-handed for the longest. I like to ride my bicycle at night when the streets are dark and cold. Down the Tongue Canyon Road, and I look in all the windows at the people passing time and getting old. In the television glow. Well, I left and loved and moved around. Now I got a kid in a truck, and we're coming back to town where the streets are all the same. And I know the trees by name. And I used to ride past Annie's house. Imagine what I'd do if she came out. I'd fix my hair, glide real slow. Maybe she'd be at the window. I remember hoping Dad was asleep when I got home. Maybe there'd be something left on the stove. And in the morning light, he'd ask me where I'd been all night. And I'd stand up straight, talk real low, tell him I'd been on my bicycle. To ride my bicycle at night when the streets are dark and cold. Down the Tongue Canyon Road, and I look in all the windows at the people passing time and getting old. In the television glow. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank y'all so much. It's Jennifer Fox, everyone.